Here's how we help local service-based businesses become the go-to brand in their city in just 14 days. Now, if you don't know me, nice to meet you. My name is Tyler Smurs. At the time of the film in this video, I've helped over 80 local service-based businesses dominate with ads and content. And spoiler alert, you need a little bit of both. So who is this for? Our best clients are premium local service-based businesses, meaning they collect upfront $1,000 or more per job or service. Now, the reason this makes sense and the reason they crush it the most is because if you run ads and your cost per lead is $50, let's say, well, if you're only charging $80 up front, it's going to take a long time before you make that money back unless you got a private equity funding you, right? And a lot of us are bootstrapped or homegrown. We're here to crush it, but we don't have that type of money. And so we need to run ads to get people to know us, to know we exist. But it also needs to make sense from a unit economic perspective. They're also tired of relying entirely on referrals, typically, word of mouth. And maybe you've been with a marketing agency and you've been burned. And I think we've all been there at some point, including myself. And lastly, you're ready to finally build a system that makes demand predictable. So outline, here's what we're going to be going over. Why just getting leads is not enough, the expected results, case studies we've had with our past clients, how the social scaling system works, and everything we do for you. All right, so here's why just getting leads is not enough anymore. We have a problem in that's we are in a trust recession. People don't trust anybody these days, right? And so the moment that someone pays you thousands of dollars for your service happens before the call. It happens online where they're researching, they're doing their due diligence, they're checking you out, they're seeing if you exist or if they just found you off one click on Google, and then they're supposed to pay you thousands of dollars. And so that we want to be everywhere. So this is what the social scaling system does. We capture local attention intentionally through high quality Instagram and Facebook ads. People spend 8 hours a day plus scrolling on their phones. We want to be where the attention is. We convert that attention into trust when we have high quality content that handles objections and pre-sells the prospects before they even get on the phone with you. And then we make it predictable and scalable with clear systems for ad spend, content, and crystal clear reporting. And so we do this entire process completely done for you. So when it comes to case studies of just some of the past clients we've worked with, feel free to watch these on your own. I'm not going to go through every single one and bore you guys to death, but these are all on my YouTube channels, interviews. And so just a few case studies. We have Nick from Distinct Designs Construction, home builder, never ran ads before, spent about $10,000 for 90 days of working with us in ad spend, and he closed over $500K in completed jobs from it. 50x return on ad spend. Now, if you have a super high ticket job or service, then obviously that's very possible. If you're lower ticket, it's going to get tougher, but that's why we only want to work with high ticket businesses or premium service businesses. Because if, like I said, if you're only charging $100 for your service, we do not run ads. Just post a lot of content. Okay, case study number 2, also renovations. They spent about $7,000 in ads and they were just posting Happy 4th of July on Instagram like every other business owner does on Instagram and gets 2 likes and then they're like, oh, this doesn't work. Well, he spent $7,000, shaped up his Instagram. Now he's closed $120,000. I probably need to update this, but it's around $120,000 from the system itself, which is a 17x return on ad spend. So for every dollar you put in the machine, it makes 17 out. All right. And number 3, Jordan from State 48. He was actually one of my first clients. Love the dude. Great company, by the way, based here in Phoenix. Spent about $7,000 in ads and closed over $80K from the system. 11x return on ad spend. You can also see all of my client wins here, just screenshots of other, closed deals on my Instagram, as well as some other testimonials as well. And I was actually lucky enough to do some in-person testimonials with them, which was super cool. We've helped up to 80 businesses at this point at the time of filming this video. So I want to get granular. Here's how the social scaling system works. So we have a 3-step approach. We have a local hybrid ad strategy. And so I want to break this down real quick. The problem is you can bake the best pizza in the world, but if nobody knows about it, it does not matter. So it's not always about being the best. You have to have a great service, but it's about being the best known. And so that's why relying on referrals, it doesn't work anymore. Unless you want to scale, unless you don't want to scale, right? But we want to scale. That's the whole reason you're probably watching this video. And so why they work. We have 2 types of ads. We have intent-based ads to capture in-market buyers right now who are ready to buy, who are raising their hand, giving you their information, answering a few qualifying questions. And then we have brand ads, people who are following you, being nurtured. They might not be ready to pull the trigger right now on your service, but they're in your spider web until they are. And so everyone just does one or the other. And ideally, it's just the intent, but the brand ads make you the best known over time. And so we set all of this up for you. This is the best part. No one really does both, ever. So this is where it's like you need both. And then every ad hits massive pain points, right? For your ideal customer. So they take action now. And so it's like, hey, what is your ideal customer's pain point? Like, what do you know the top 5 reasons they can't go to bed at night and what keeps them up? We answer that in our ads and then we hit that. we hit that in their ads. So that way they're like, oh, I really need this now. And so we script your ads, everything for you to make sure you're hitting the right pain points for your target demographic. And here's a picture of how the funnel works. So we have brand ads that go to high quality content on your Instagram, and they either get hit with a retargeting ad that we set up that turns it into an instant lead, or they go down to the DMs where we reach out to them, you talk to them, hey, get to know them a little bit. And then if they're not ready, then they're still nurtured on your social media until they are ready to buy. And if they are ready, then they hop on a phone with you and you close them. And so other here on the other side, we have lead forms, right? Who just go straight to an instant new lead. And then if they're qualified, awesome. If they're not, they go over here and they're still nurtured until they are ready to buy or qualified or ready, XYZ. But if they are qualified, then they go down to a call, become a client. So that's step one. This is the whole funnel and as a whole, but this is step one. Step two is high quality content that converts. This increases close rates. So the problem is ads alone are not enough, right? Leads do not trust you yet. If you just do ads, that's awesome. You get attention, you get eyeballs. But without content, there's no trust piece in order to sell that customer on why they should choose you over your competition. So we need content, but not just content alone, because no one will see the content or we're helping to go viral. But we need ads to help people to see this content. And so this content handles objections. It educates them, and it basically sells the customer before they get on the phone with you, because you're answering their most common questions in the videos. And so you or a team member. And if you're afraid to be on camera, I'm sorry, it's 2026. You or a team member must be on camera for this to work. Okay. And we've helped people from like 55-year-old plumbers who've never been on camera before to being absolute naturals. And so you can see just a few of our clients right now on camera, high quality content once again. So it's like, it makes you look absolutely legit. And then number three are systems to scale. So it doesn't matter if you have the best ads, the best content, even if you close deals, that's awesome. But the whole goal is to scale a business, right? We want to scale this to maybe provide for our family, maybe just scale it for fun, give away, donate to a charity, start a foundation, start another business, who knows, right? But at the end of the day, we need to scale. We need to know our numbers behind our actual marketing efforts, or else we don't know what we're spending money on. We don't know where our ad spend is going. We don't know where the content is going. Like we have no strategy whatsoever if we don't know our customer acquisition cost, how many calls we're booking, what ads are performing, what ads are not performing, and then make tweaks along the way. And so this is where we come in and help you out to make sure, hey, are you actually scaling? Are you actually doing your stuff? And so we have a bunch of KPI tracking sheets, follow-up systems, automations that we plug into your business. You don't have to touch any of it. And that result is you could obviously know when to dial up that ad spend number. So like, hey, I should spend more on ads this month, or I should turn less down because I can't fulfill on all the leads, XYZ, but it's just a dial. And so it's predictable, because if I know I'm going to get this many leads for this much ad spend, and that results in this amount of closed deals, I would keep goosing that until I can't handle it anymore, or just hire more on the back end. All right, so here's everything we do for you and the market deliverables. We want you to become a market authority, hence the name of our service, right? So we get a complete ad system setup and management for you. So custom ad scripts written specifically for you, full ad account setup, Meta Business Manager, pixel tracking, XYZ, daily ad management and optimization, monthly ad performance reporting, and new creative launches based on performance. Basically meaning if your ads suck, then we'll remake them for you, but they won't. And done for you content creation, 10 reels. So like I said, we don't want you to just go, or people to go to your Instagram and then there's no one there. There's no one home. We need that trust building piece in our content to be able to handle objections and get people to know like, hey, this person's a real person. It's not like they just saw an ad and we're like, oh, let me just give you my contact information and pay you $5,000. Like, it doesn't work like that anymore, right? This is not 2016. And so we need content. So we take care of all that for you. We research content, script it, edit, and post it, all completely done for you. We also include follow-up and conversion systems on the back end, making sure that no lead falls through the cracks. So a lot of people know money's in the follow-up, but a lot of people don't follow up with their leads. And so we have automations plugged in place, customized for your business that we keep track of. We can turn them off, we can shut them off, do whatever you want, but we plug them and keep them in place to make sure that these leads are being hit up to turn them into customers. Because a lot of us, they want your service. Even you may watch this say you want your service, but you get busy. Your leads get busy. And so life happens. We got to stay on top of it. So there's that. One-on-one strategic support. You have a dedicated client success manager, keeping track alongside myself, helping, running your ads, keeping track of everything, making sure you succeed. And then a one-on-one Monday through Friday Slack support with myself and your dedicated CSM, like I just talked about. custom roadmap and implementation, and weekly group calls going over content strategy, and a community of every other business owner we are working with. So this is optional. Maybe you're the person who just wants it completely done for you, doesn't care about learning anything. Maybe you want to come in and learn some things too, just to increase your own skill set. Either way, we do both for you, right? We want to give you the skills if you want to learn them. If not, totally cool. We'll just do it for you, or we'll do both. We'll do it for you, but you also maybe want to learn it and train someone too. So either way, we're here for that. Full access to all course materials as well, weekly live walkthroughs of what's working on ads, and one-on-one reviews of all your materials, your ads, content funnels, follow-ups, XYZ. And we just came out with this new Pluto AI mobile app. It's pretty sick. You could talk to me. You could ask it content ideas. It's going to take your basically like everything about your business and then our recipe and combine it together to give you scripts for your content in addition to the ones that we completely do for you. This is if you want to post extra content. It's not needed, but why not have it, right? And so all you do is film 10 simple videos. We give you the scripts. You answer your phone, call your leads, and close your deals. That's it. And we also help you with the sales because sometimes people they need to learn how to handle objections. So we'll help you out with that as well if you feel like you could get better on the sales side, or your staff, whoever's taking the calls, answering your leads. So everything else, we handle it. How we launch profitable ads with qualified exclusive leads in your pipeline in 14 days. So this is my pitch to work with me to build the same system into your business. So just to even make it more granular, to show you everything we're doing on the back end. So you're not just left in the dust and you're what are they doing? I just paid them and I have no idea what they're doing. We have offer creation. So it's done with you. We help create an offer for your business that makes people want to say yes. Makes them feel so stupid they don't say yes to your offer. That's why they opt in, right? And so we create that with you. We want to make sure we get your approval on it, and then we run it. We have a funnel setup done for you. And by the way, DFY is done for you. Done for you. We do your ad scripts for you, ad edits for you, ad setup done for you, ad campaign launch. We do it with you. Unless you want it done for you, we could do that too. But we just want to show you hey, we're doing this with you right now on the call. Or we just, if you want us to just launch it without your permission, totally cool too. Done for you on daily ads management and reporting. Scaling the campaign, that's done with you too. We don't want to scale it without your permission or spend more of your budget without your permission, right? Because we need to make sure you're closing deals, getting a positive ROI, or else we're not going to scale it, right? We're just going to keep it hey, what happened with Timmy? Did you close that deal? Do we need to wait another 10 days before we do bump it up 20%? The goal is to scale, but we're not going to scale without your permission. Long story short. CRM setup done for you. Speed to lead automation setup done for you. Follow-up text sequences all done for you. Content researching, scripting, editing, posting, and distribution across multiple platforms all completely done for you. So what's included? I'll write your ad scripts, weekly coaching calls with other business owners. Pretty cool. Once again, optional, but it is there if you'd like. All course videos around ads, funnels, content, scaling, text, sales, training, all that good stuff. A private community with every other Pluto member. Pluto CRM software fully included. You do not need to pay for this. It's usually $100 a month if you were to use it elsewhere, but we cover that cost for you. Pluto AI mobile app, mentioned that. Pretty sick. We're still working on tweaking some final bugs, but it's pretty sick. One-on-one review of all your materials, ads, VSLs, so everything I just talked about, and then unlimited messaging with me and all my team members. So click this button below to schedule a call, fill out the application accurately because we're going to look at it before the call, show up on a computer so that we can work through the plan together. So here's what happens next, right? If you own a local service-based business where customers do pay you thousands of dollars and you are doing at least $20K a month, if you aren't making $20K a month, we do have other options that are more DIY, more do-it-yourself. But as far as working with us long-term, you need to be at least doing $20K a month, and you're serious about building predictable demand instead of just relying on referrals and luck, then I want to personally show you how this works in your specific business. So how does it, this is how it works in general, but how about for you? What does that look like specifically for you? Next steps, click the button below this video, fill out that short questionnaire. It takes about 3 minutes. Book your free one-on-one strategy session with myself or a team member if it looks like we can help, and then we'll show up to the call with a computer so we can work through this plan together. On that call, we're going to map out exactly for you how the system applies to your business, what your numbers could realistically look like with leads, calls, revenue, XYZ following this system, what ad spend you need to hit your goals, because you might be wondering how much do I need to spend money or per money on day on ads, right? It's not $10. It's around $50 minimum to start. If you don't have $50 a day to spend on ads, I would recommend closing some more deals, posting more content, and then reaching back out to us. We're happy to help. And what implementation would look like over the first 90 days, because we want to work with you long-term. We want to crush it with you this first 90 days, and then we build a long-term relationship where we're both making a lot of money from this system. And no pressure, no hard selling, just a real conversation about whether this makes sense for you. If it does make sense, we move forward. If it doesn't, I'll be the first one to tell you. Now, I just want to go over the stakes real quick, all right? How important this is. So the decision you're actually making right now, here's what I need you to understand. 6 months from now, you'll either be in the same position you are right now, doing decent revenue, or you have a system that makes predictable revenue. And so you can wake up to new calls booked. You can wake up to a calendar that's filled. You can stop like guessing about marketing and being burned by this agency or trying to buy this course online and implementing it. Like, you can fully own, manage, and run your system if you want, or we'll do it for you. Either way, it's pretty sick. The math. So if you're doing at least 40K a month, let's say, and you want to be at 80K a month with a predictable system, month 1 to 6, lost revenue, 240 grand, right? Just by implementing this system, year 1, $480,000. So you could see it's like, it's the whole like, oh, what is it costing you to not make $1 million a year or $2 million a year or $5 million a year? Like, it's this, because you need ads and you need content. And this is why I'm so like, I don't know, you can tell I'm passionate about it. And yes, I'm biased. I sell this, but like I genuinely believe this. Like, this is why we do it for ourselves, right? Like, I check out my Instagram, check out my YouTube. Like, I run ads. Like, we use the same system for ourselves to get our own clients. That's why we believe in what we preach. Like, we practice what we preach. Frequently asked questions. All right. So you've tried Instagram, Facebook ads before. They didn't work. Why would this be different? Most people fail with ads because they treat them as lead gen only. They send cold traffic to a form, get garbage leads, blame the platform. We use a blend of brand ads and lead ads that build local audience, like I said, for a long-term asset that makes you stand out and become the best known locally, but also like get leads today so you can feed your family and feed the team and continue to scale. So it's like, how can we build the business of today and tomorrow? What if you don't want to be on camera? Like I said, it's 2026. I'm sorry. It's just a must at this point. It's a must. Whether it's you or a team member, it doesn't have to be you, but someone needs to be on camera representing the brand. How much should I spend per day on ad budget? Typically around $1,500 to $5,000 to start. Beauty of systems is scalable, right? So we could always turn it up. We could always turn it down. It's up to you, but that's just like starting to get great results. Now, how long until you see results? Most clients see qualified calls booked within the first 14 to 21 days. Closed deals typically happen between 30 to 45 days, depending on your sales cycle, right? If you're a lower ticket selling something for $1,000, you'll probably like have a shorter sales cycle than someone selling a $100,000 remodel for, you know, that might take like 2 months to make that decision, right? So it's like, we got to make sure that we're getting the right leads, but we're also having a good mindset about like, okay, what is the typical sales cycle? Like, your last customer you serviced, when did they find you and when did they buy? And then knowing like, okay, this is my average time frame. What if I'm already working with another marketing agency? We are not like them. We are not like them. Our goal is to not get you on retainer forever. We want to work with you long term. But if you want to learn the system, take it, do it yourselves, be my guest. We teach you it too. So that's why we have these calls as well. If you're like, hey, I want to learn this, or maybe just keep us on the back end for a small consulting fee, like, we're happy to do that. We want to give the power back to you as the business owner. Do I work with businesses? Do we work with businesses outside the US? No, just US based. What's the guarantee? If we do decide to work together and within the first 90 days, you don't see a measurable increase in qualified conversations and book calls, we will work with you for free until you do. So we only take on about 6 done for you clients per month specifically so we can deliver on this guarantee. Because if you don't want to work with us, why would we trap you into that, right? Well, once again, you own the system. So instead of those other marketing agencies where like they might host your website or make your website, but then the second you don't want to pay them anymore for hosting it, they're like, oh, sorry, you lose it. Like, that's BS. And so we don't want to do that in any way, shape, or form with anything. And I know what it's like out there because I know my competitors. It's not good. So what happens after 3 months? You have 2 options: continue with us doing everything for you, or run the system yourself. Typically, these are 2 different types of people. So there's a type of people who just want it done for them, and those who are like, okay, no, I kind of want to learn it or have my team do it. Either way, you have both options. We want to let you choose. And why can you only take on 6 per month? Because it's extremely hands-on. Everything I just talked about, right? So if we just sign 20 clients a month, you know, like, eventually, like, I might have the back end where we can be able to do that. But right now, I want to make sure like we're in the weeds with you, building up everything. Like, we want you to crush it. We want testimonials selfishly. We're not going to do that if we're onboarding, 25 new people every single month with our current team size. Plus, I want to stay like lean and mean. I don't want to get like massive. Right? I want to do it the right way. Okay, so stop guessing, start building something predictable. You've seen the system, you've seen the results, you've seen exactly what's included. The only question left is, are you ready to stop relying on referrals and build a predictable client engine? Or just fix your ads if they already suck right now, or they're not performing, or your marketing agency is not performing. And so there is a right way of doing things, right? Just because I got broken up by my girlfriend in college doesn't mean I'm never going to date again, right? So it's like, just because you signed with a bad agency doesn't mean you're never going to trust another one again. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, click the button below this video, fill out the 3-minute questionnaire service. We'll review it before the call to make sure that we can actually help you. If not, we'll point you in the right direction. No worries. But 6 months from now, you can either have a system that makes demand predictable on a consistent basis, because I think we could all use more consistency as business owners in our life, or you'll still be hoping referrals will find you, or the ads that you might be currently running might not be being as profitable. So it's like, how much more could you make? But also brand-wise, like, people are just dominating social media. I want you to be next. Thank you so much for watching this video. Fill out the form down below, and I look forward to seeing you on the call.